as Mets fans, we've become accustomed to experiencing a championship once every 20 or 30 years, unfortunately. But when those teams come around, they are memorable and historic. And this represents the 50th year of the 1969 Miracle Mets, who won the World Series and turned New York City upside down in 1969. It is a team whose legacy lives on to this day, and we are very fortunate to be joined by Art Shamsky, who is a member of that team. He's with us here in the chamber today to help us remember the great accomplishments of that team. In fact, he was reminding me that next weekend, many of the surviving members of that team will be at Citi Field for a ceremony honoring their 50th anniversary celebration. But just a couple of words about Mr. Shamsky, who is a distinguished New Yorker, lives in Manhattan, and was a very accomplished member of that team. In fact, I believe he batted cleanup for much of the playoff run leading up to the World Series, and is also someone who is a member of the Jewish Sports Hall of Fame, which people have been making jokes about all day, but nonetheless, he is one of the more accomplished members of the Jewish faith who has been successful in athletics in the United States. He is someone who gives of his time, who's philanthropic and appears at causes throughout New York. We appreciate him being with us today, and I think in addition to all his amazing accomplishments, one thing that sticks out for me is that the dog in Everybody Loves Raymond was named after Art Shamsky. So I don't know which of those things he appreciates more, but I think the World Series ring, which he's still wearing as he joins us today, is with him. So, Mr. President, can you please welcome Mr. Shamsky to the Senate chambers, and may we all celebrate the great Mets team of 1969, because I don't know if this year's team is going to make it. I'm trying. Look, you know, I know there's gasps, but as a Mets fan, we got to look at things realistically. Maybe they'll turn it around. They did it in 15. But Mr. President, please recognize Mr. Shamsky and join us all in celebrating the 1969 team's accomplishments.